Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, Pastor Adeboye's march today against the goings on in Nigeria, against the Buhari regime effectively, that march has been getting a lot of reactions. So it's been gathering a lot of reactions of course from the usual quarters, from the usual suspects. So I shall be bringing you reactions from Reno Omokri, Shehu Sani, and Sowore in this particular video. So I shall lead especially with those three, Reno Omokri, Shehu Sani, and Sowore. So of course you already know the tone that is going to take. So we kick off with Reno Omokri's headline: RCCG's Adeboye should ask Oshibanjo to resign as VP. Omokri reacts to pastor's protest. So that's his headline. RCCG's Adeboye should ask Oshibanjo to resign as VP. Omokri reacts to pastor's protest. So now let's see now what Reno has to say. Reno Omokri, a former aide to ex-president Goodluck Jonathan, has commended Pastor Enoch Adeboye of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG, over the protest against insecurity in Nigeria. Omokri said Adeboye's protest would have been better if he asked Yemi Oshibanjo to perform or resign from his position as vice president. In a tweet, the former presidential aide recalled that Oshibanjo once admitted consulting In a tweet, the former presidential aide recalled that Oshibanjo once admitted consulting Adeboye before accepting the role of vice president. He tweeted, "I celebrate Pastor Adeboye's protest against the unprecedented insecurity in Nigeria. However, VP at Prof. Oshibanjo admitted he consulted Adeboye before accepting to be VP. Perhaps a better protest would be Adeboye asking Oshibanjo to perform or resign. Hashtag free Leah Sharibu. Hashtag Reno Nuggets." Recall that the RCCG General Overseer, alongside members of his church, had embarked on a protest march from the church's headquarters in Ebutemeta, Lagos State. The clergyman and his members had protested against the constant killing of Christians in the north and other parts of the country. So this is Reno Omokri's own reaction to Adeboye's protest march, Pastor Adeboye's protest march. He, of course, is saying, well, you have your own man purportedly sitting as the vice president. I say purportedly because, of course, everybody knows that Yemi Oshibanjo is just a lame dog. If he comes to election, they will give him 10,000 naira to be going around Market Square, and after that, they will just put him in an office. They say, this is a big office, speak all the grammar you like there and look pretty, but please don't come and disturb what we are doing here. So effectively, is just there to look ornate. That is effectively his role. He has no other role really, as far as I can see, because Abba Kyari, anyone knows, is the vice president of the country. So even more so then, even more reason then why this guy should find it easy to resign, at least to retain what little ounce of dignity he has left, to say, well, I'm resigning because really I have no influence in this space, and the way things are going, I don't want my name aligned to this sort of goings on. Because of course nobody is going to extricate Professor Yemi Oshibanjo when it comes that day when the questions are being asked that where were you when all these things were going on. They're not going to say oh no, you were not whatever. You were the vice president at that time, the second in command. And if you recall how Atiku was with Obasanjo then, when he fought tooth and nail on whatever he believed in, he didn't believe in a lot, and he only really believed in enhancing his own bank account. But at least Atiku was a robust enough of a character to show you that a vice president can be a potent force within the presidency if he has the cojones and if he has the strength of personality to stand his ground. But of course, Oshibanjo does not have the cojones or the strength of personality to stand his ground. So if he doesn't have this, and if he's a professor, because he's a bookworm, we have to admit that he's a gentleman, he's a man of language, he's a man of refinement, he's a man that belongs to the halls and the libraries years of learning. Is a man that sits on a committee and discusses the best practice and best way forward. It's not a man that is at the cut and thrust of it. It's not a cut and trust man. What you need is a cut and trust man. A killer. I don't want to use that term, but you know what I mean. A man that has a sharp edge. Oshibanjo doesn't really strike as though he would have a sharp edge, even though there's sufficient within the powers of his own office to have a sharp edge. But Oshibanjo does not present as though he has a sharp edge. So this is why they roll him over all the time. So now this is now a window of opportunity for him to resign and say, look, I'm going to resign because I don't feel I am best using I don't feel that this is the best use of my time and talent just sitting in this space, because I do not wield any influence in this place and I'm not really effecting any positive change, and I don't really want to align my name to what is going on. So this is a window of opportunity, another window yet again opened for him by Adeboye, the general overseer, the daddy GO of the Redeem. So it's been opened another window now by the pastor, but will he take the opportunity? Well, he hasn't before in the past, so don't hold your breath. So we go on to other reactions. I did promise you 3 marquee names. So we go on to the Shehu Sani and Sowore reactions, and this is their headline. RCCG's prayer walk, Sowore, Sani commend Pastor Adeboye. So that's the second headline. RCCG prayer walk, Sowore, Shehu Sani commend Pastor Adeboye. So now let's see now what these two firebrands have to say. Omoyele Sowore and Shehu Sani have both reacted to the prayer walk embarked on by members of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG. Both outspoken Nigerians commended Pastor Enoch Adeboye for his brave demonstration against insecurity in Nigeria. Specifically, Sani said that it is applaudable that the cleric is now displaying active participation in the fight against the disturbing trend. A lot of reaction has trailed the prayer walk by members of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG, led by their head pastor Enoch Adeboye, which took place on Sunday, February the 2nd. Amongst prominent Nigerians who reacted to the demonstration against rampant killing and rising insecurity in the nation was former presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore. On his Twitter page, Sowore saluted the courage of the church for their move against the ugly trend in Nigeria, adding that the kind of resistance is the key to liberation. So that perhaps that should be this kind of resistance is a key to liberation. Moreover, the activist called on Nigerians from all walks of life to join the RCCG in their struggle against every sort of insurgency anywhere in the country. So these are his exact words from his Twitter feed. This is at Omoyele Sowore, or at Yele Sowore, which is the his Twitter verified handle. I salute the RCCGHQ on the protest against insecurity staged nationwide today and tagged prayer walk. I want to urge other churches, mosques, artisans, students, youth to join in the struggle to liberate our dear country. Resistance is the key to liberation. Hashtag revolution now. On his part, the former senator representing Kaduna Central, Shehu Sani, said the cleric has finally woken up from sitting on the fence to outspokenness on the disturbing issues affecting the lives of average Nigerians. Both outspoken Nigerians commended Pastor Adeboye for his brave demonstration against insecurity in Nigeria. The former lawmaker said that it is applaudable that the cleric has traded towing the line of moderation and neutrality for active participation in the fight against national insecurity. So these are Shehu Sani's exact words, and you remember, of course, that Shehu Sani is just fresh off the hotel EFCC where he spent 30 days for reasons unknown. So he's fresh out of that and is now into this. And this is from his verified Twitter handle at Shehu Sani, and these are his words. Pastor Adeboye finally disembarking from the fence of caution, moderation and neutrality and leading a march against insecurity is commendable. Protest gives wings and wheels to prayers. So that is what he had to say. It was reported that Adeboye joined the members of his church in a prayer walk against insecurity in Nigeria. He was donned in a green suit, which is the color of the Nigerian flag. He had a placard with the inscription, "All souls are precious to God." The cleric had directed his church members to participate in the prayer walk declared by the Christian Association of Nigeria to address the spate of killings across Nigeria. So this is now the state of play now within the Nigerian space. Let me just round it off with this article, and then let's see what else we are making of it. No fewer than 25,000 parishes of the church are expected to carry out this prayer walk nationwide. The church was marching on, and the gate of hell shall not prevail against it. So that effectively is the reaction really to the RCCG protest march. It is actually a can protest march, because now this thing is taking a new dimension within the Nigerian space now. You can really see where that country is headed now, because it's been drip effect, and that drip is now turning into like a cascading river of recurring occurrences. So this is really, we find ourselves in a very perilous situation in that country, and the Malam Buhari regime seems to have absolutely no idea what to do about it. That is, if they are intent on doing anything about it, because of course there is a school of thought that they are complicit with what is going on now, that what is going on within the Nigerian space has their tacit approval. You've heard Obasanjo talking about Fulanization. You've heard plenty of voices, although some of the voices that are making these assertions, you can see why they make it, like Fani Kayode and Kanu, etc. But then of course the facts on the ground is now lending credence to what these people that you would otherwise have dismissed as left-wing extremists, the occurrences, the happenings on the ground is lending credence to what they have to say. Because I've said this previously and severally, I am not aware of a Fulani herdsman that has ever been prosecuted in the 5 years or more that they have been carrying out this marauding rampage that they have been doing all over the Nigerian space, and they seem to have a free run of the lay of that land that is Nigeria, and nobody is doing anything that is visible, that is an assertive to stop them. There's nothing that anybody has seen that indicates that anybody is making any moves to stop these people. So this is then what is now leading to people like Enoch Adeboye, a man that never really holds any strong political views in the public space, getting to that point where he's now marching on the street. And the next person you see come out, I'm pretty certain, is somebody like Wole Soyinka. But then of course this march that the RCCG just did is the exact same match that Sowore was calling for. So what is now going to be the position of Yusuf Bichi with this in this regard is really what I am wanting to know now. So how can they now say that this is permissible, but it is not permissible because it is Sowore, and what is the justification for that? So a lot of complex stuff and a lot of stuff unfurling, and this really now is a big event now, this march by the RCCG, and how it now takes shape is something that we shall of course follow on this channel. So to keep yourself abreast of it and to keep yourself involved in this conversation, because of course I narrate, then I invite you to come discuss with me in the comment section. So to keep yourself involved in the conversation, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. Then click on the bell button as well. That way you are notified every time I drop a new video. And click on like as well, so that the video, the narrative, the story, the debate, it gets shared amongst even more people. So once you've done all that, which is just a quick click, then come join me then in the comment section to see how together what we are making of this, because this is now things evolving at a very fast pace within the Nigerian space. So I'll leave you here. Come join you in the comment section, but here I say peace.